You know, when you look at a river on a map, it's just a squiggly blue line. But the Mekong, oh, the Mekong is so much more than that. It's a lifeline. It's a place of legends, a source of income for millions, and honestly, the setting for some incredible adventures. So today, let's dive into the many faces of this incredible river.
And when I say incredible, I'm talking about literal giants. We're talking about the Mekong giant catfish, a creature that can tip the scales at an absolutely massive 650 pounds. That's a 10-foot-long fish.
I mean, think about that for a second. One of the largest freshwater fish on the entire planet lives in these waters. It really sets an epic, almost mythical tone for the story we're about to get into.
Okay, so we've got these legendary giants, but the Mekong is also a place for much more personal stories. So let's zoom in from that massive scale and follow an outsider, a tourist who's trying to connect with this river in the only way he knows how, by trying to catch a fish.
And that quote right there pretty much sums up the beginning of the journey for traveler and fisherman Troy Lindner. He showed up at the Mekong Delta, traveler rod in hand, ready to go, only to find out that the river wasn't exactly welcoming him with open arms.
You know, he did everything you're supposed to do, all the things that would work back home. He fished behind bridges, threw all his best lures, cast off the boardwalk. But the Mekong plays by its own rules. He just couldn't get his line out into those deep channels from the shore. And the grand total for all that effort? A couple of nibbles. That's it.
And right here, when he's about to give up, is where the whole story takes a fantastic turn. Frustrated, Troy and his friend just decide, heck with it, let's rent some bikes and just ride around. It seems like a small decision, but it proves that the best adventures are usually the ones you didn't see coming.
So they're biking along, and suddenly they spot it. A little sign with a picture of a fish on it. That's the only clue. They decide to follow it down this tiny, unmarked road. And what do they find? A hidden local restaurant that has its own stocked fishing pond. It's a total side quest, born from just being open to whatever happens. And in this little pond, he finally gets one. Now, it's not that 650-pound monster we talked about. Not even close. It's a tiny, spiny catfish. But you know what? After days of getting nothing, this little fish felt like a giant victory. Success is success.
And this just nails the real point of the whole trip, doesn't it? As Troy put it himself, it's not always about the big goal. The truly cool, memorable moments are the spontaneous things you just stumble into along the way.
Okay, so that's the tourist's experience, a struggle and then a surprise discovery. But what's it like for someone who doesn't need to go on a side quest to find fish? Someone for whom this river is their entire life. Let's meet Tino, a local fisherman.
Oh yeah, there's no frustration here. Just that confident, happy yell from someone who knows this water like the back of his hand. Tino's not stuck on the shore. He's out on his boat, deep in the streams that feed the Mekong, and his whole vibe is just worlds away from Troy's.
I mean, look at the difference. It's really two completely different worlds. Troy's on the shore with a simple travel rod, struggling. Tino's on a boat with these long, specialized rods, getting right to the fish. Troy's big win was in a stocked pond. Tino, he's pulling his catch straight from the natural flow of the river. It just goes to show you there's no substitute for real, deep, local knowledge.
So all these fish being caught, where do they go? The journey isn't over when the fish is out of the water. For so many people here, that's just the beginning. The river's incredible bounty flows straight into the heart of the community, the local market.
Let's take a walk through the Ben Tre Market. Now, this is not your typical supermarket. This place is a daily spectacle. Every morning, folks from all the nearby farms and fishing boats bring whatever's fresh right here to sell. It's basically the river's pantry, laid out for the whole world to see.
And the variety is just staggering. I mean, you've got giant shrimp, squid, and tubs of live eels wiggling around. Of course, you've got sturgeon, tilapia, and catfish, the very fish our guys were after. But it's so much more. There are fresh pig heads, intestines, hearts, tongues, the whole shebang. In this economy, absolutely nothing goes to waste.
You can just imagine the experience of being there. It's a full-on sensory overload, in the best possible way. You can hear the constant thwack, thwack, thwack of machetes as the women, the aunties of the market, prep the meat. You can see bags of blood ready to be turned into soup. It is raw, it is real, and it's an incredible look at how connected people are to their food source here.
And that simple observation that Troy made, a lot of aunties working, is so important. It really humanizes the whole scene. This chaotic, buzzing, vibrant economy, it's powered by these women.
They are the absolute backbone of this market.
So, we've gone from a legendary giant fish to a tourist's accidental adventure, to a local's everyday job, all the way to a bustling market. Let's pull all these threads together and really think about what the Mekong is.
And what becomes crystal clear is that the Mekong refuses to be just one thing. It's a place of myth. It's a stage for adventure. It's a source of income that feeds families. And it's the cultural heart of entire communities. It is all of these things, all at the exact same time.
And this leaves us with a really big question to think about. We've seen everything this river gives: food, money, adventure, identity. But it makes you wonder, what does it take for a river to keep on providing? What is that delicate balance that sustains the millions of people and, yeah, even those giants who call the Mekong home?